We start off the morning with a round of 112. Now we're down to the round of 96. With some of the biggest names in the draw, this heat led off by Kolohe Andino, being a top seed, former runner-up in this contest.
That's a big question, Joe. I think we have some live action at the back.
Back to that with this one setting up for the forehand whip of Ribeiro.
I was like, what are you doing? Like, it's not how I was wanting to start it, but yeah, I managed to find two left after, so I was really happy about it. Yeah, it's tricky.
It was tricky, and it was a close heat. With four-man heat, it can be difficult to find some space in the lineup.
A few rounds from now before they can call it a keeper result as we look at Andino's whip.
Yeah, he does so well to transition and get those two turns on that wave. And then this is Alex, just a throwaway for him, so doesn't get to engage that rail the way he would have liked to. And then Kolohe, spin to win on this one. Aggressive surfing on a smaller wave. One turn, well rewarded, and Vasco on his backhand looking sharp and speedy. So you can tell the intent from all of these surfers, just kicking it up a notch from the previous round.
Thinking about Fanning when he was really young, on the way he prepared. As we look at Hiroto Ohhara, late climb on the end section. Always smooth, the previous champ looking to get his second title out here as we see the blast to fin slide from Kolohe. Sneaks in a powerful open face hack before shooting the pier to the north end.
Yeah, that was some of the best turns I've seen all day from.
Just thought Andino would have about 5 US Open titles by now. He's that talented out here. What'd you like about the first move?
But just the way he hooked it under the lip, I think that's the point of difference on that wave. I think everyone's had that smooth transition to the lip, but he had that extra little vertical approach. Hiroto, not to be outdone. Some great surfing from him too.
It's really challenging for me to learn as we look at Kolohe. Speed float right into a blowtail reverse. What a combo from Kolohe.
Heavy expectations weighing down on his shoulders. Let's just see how he's able to free up his act. Love the way he tucks his knee on that floating maneuver and then just spins the tail. Nose pick. This maneuver right here, watch the transition too. There's no gaps in between. It's just all about it, just talking that body around.
Incredible to see that form. Nose pick reverse after the speed float. Now Vasco heading through the...
Remember chatting with him last year. He had a Navy SEAL helping with his mental game,
which is always strong to have. Solid performance here from Ribeiro so far, just to get speed on a pretty gutless wave. So he had a ton of momentum, didn't have a whole lot to do with maneuvers. But he'll get out of there as he's searching for an 8.4. Sit next to Andy Irons, just destined for his moment to qualify. As he's up again, a big blast on the first section, going for the backhand air reverse. And Kolohe in position for a fun-looking section. Hard off the bottom, blowtail off the top. He'll throw that one away. Is style something you can teach?
I don't think so, Joe. I think it's just, you know, inherent in what you do and how you express yourself in surfing.
When you watch someone surf, can you kind of tell a little bit about their personality? Is that true?
It's so, yeah, that is actually a funny kind of way to look at it. I think it can actually give you a bit of insight into how, you know, people would maybe act on land. Their mannerisms translate into their surfing.
There's definitely some surfers where you feel like you get to know them just by the way they approach a wave on the championship tour. Quick up and out from Ribeiro. Just like the last 2 years, we had 7 new faces come on the top 34. Ribeiro, one of them there. He was able to get a couple of heat wins along the way, but his major performance was at lower trestles last season. There's the rotator from Ribeiro. So he's had a few attempts to throw down that air reverse. Gets this small version, and now he's got a little backhand reform. Frames it vertically, and we'll get on out of there. Had some big names to get through on road to that final. There's a special final against Tanner Hendrickson, just to split up the victories from Toledo from the last few years. As we look at that forehand reverse again, Rosie, what do you think?
Yeah, it was a smooth transition. good choice of maneuver for the section. And then he does get this inside connection, tidy vertical approach. So that's going to start his campaign in this heat.
From Stradbroke Island, en road to qualify. He's coming up next. Now watching Andino live. First snap, nice and solid off the top. Big section, coils up and crushes the finish. Get into the 9s. He's done well at cloud break when it was smaller conditions where he could just rifle off maneuvers like this.
Yeah, this is it. Looking for a replacement to that 7.5. 2 big power turns, stomps them both with ease. Bigger wave, I'd have to say it's going to come close.
Nice big rotator for Ribeiro. He's been sticking to his game plan, going for that rotation. His previous score, 5.93, got him back in the mix, but he still needs something major on the finish here to come close to the top 2. He's showing a little frustration with the reform. Not getting the reform, though. How's that going to hinder his score there?
Yeah, you could tell he wanted something on the inside there. Let's watch this rotator. Good section. Clean finish. So really good transition in that move.
As we get right back to the situation in the lineup, Hiroto Ohhara manages that bumpy section with a nice clean top turn. He's just going to roller coaster all the way to the north end. Still in view of the panel, they'll see that little redirect. A little wrapping cutback for the former US Open champ, and he's out of there. So always finds a lot of success here in Southern California. Hiroto Ohhara would actually fly out here when he was a kid and surf in the NSSAs when Andino was still doing them. So he surfed out here quite a bit.
Yeah, just a little misjudge on that bottom turn there. Still able to stick it. A lot of chop up the face coming off that pier section. Gets the pier rebound. Rebate sections. This wave never ending for him. Yeah.
The day before, with all the young Groms in San Clemente, putting together a cool field, and the top 2 Groms got to surf against guys like Hiroto for a spot in the Hurley Pro.
Yeah, really cool. I think it was Cade Matson
and it was one of those finals that was decided in an interesting way. Alejo sticking a power moose coming off the pier. Kolohe did an amazing aerial in that final. Everyone on the beach waiting for the decision, came up just short.